Hey, everybody. Hope you're having a great Tuesday. I am going to give everybody a couple of minutes to jump in. Super excited to do this webinar today. And we'll give everybody a minute before we get started. Let's see. Yeah, I feel like this weekend was... It was a long, awesome weekend with lots of fun, free time, and that's why I'm so excited to get back to work and do this webinar. We're going to give one more minute before I introduce myself and get going. Hello, hello. I'm so excited. How are you, Angelo? Definitely use the chat as we go along. Hopefully, I know business might be slowing down for the summer for some people, and for some people you might be going 100 miles an hour still. So thank you so much for tuning in. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. For you guys that don't know me, my name is Stevie. I am a customer success manager at PhotoDay. Today we're going to be talking about elevating your marketing using PhotoDay. So yeah. Hello, everybody. Thank you guys for coming. All right, let's get started. Elevate your online marketing with PhotoDay. Okay. So most of us expect brands to improve our quality of life. I think people are motivated to buy things because they believe it will enrich their lives in some way. As photographers, I think you can think of it as like, what are people going to be thinking when they go online and look at their images, and why are they going to want to purchase them? What is it going to add to their life? They're going to have a memory of the sport of whatever you're photographing. They're going to have something to share with family and friends. I think it's important to figure that out and give yourself a why. Why are you doing things, and why is the customer going to purchase the images that they're looking at? Image is everything. So this is the biggest mantra. I mean, in an online world, your images are your inventory. With paper forms, people look at the order form. They are, scanning all the items you have available, scanning your packages, and that's before they ever see the images. So with online, that's completely different. Instead, they are opening up a gallery and looking at all of your images first before they go in and purchase the items that they want. So that being said, how much they love the photo is going to determine if they buy or what they buy. And then, even more than that, how many photos you offer is going to determine how much they buy. And it's really going to maximize the sales. So the more options you have, the better. You don't know what face the parent loves. You can get pictures with siblings. The more images that you offer, the more they're going to buy. Image is everything. Okay, so these are the 4 keys to selling online that we're going to be touching on today. Connection, engagement, urgency, and incentive. I'm going to be explaining each one of these and the key details. Okay, starting with connection. So it really starts with the organization. I think there are some important questions to ask that you need to get this information right off the bat. So first would be, how do you communicate important information to parents? So you need to figure out exactly how parents are used to getting this information from the league, which streams of communication they're really, really tuned into. And that's going to give you the best idea of what avenues you can take to communicate with parents as well in a quick way. Where can we include picture day info in communications? So you need to figure out, in what points the league is comfortable with you communicating. Do they have email addresses they're going to give you? Do they have a social media, or do they have like a group chat? And then also, will parents be at the shoot? I think this is really important as well. This is a key factor in deciding which approaches to take. If parents are going to be at the shoot, you can use things like email, you can use things like social media before the shoot, but then you're also going to have that chance to touch base with them in person or have one of your employees touch base with them. If you find out that they're not going to be at the shoot, that's going to give you the idea that you're going to have to really buckle down on that digital communication in emails or, paper flyers, whatever steps you want to take to get the information out to parents who will not be there. And then how can the organization help you get the message to parents? Of course, hopefully you're going to be able to make the communication as easy as possible, and the organization isn't going to have to help you with much, but they do need to, number one, help parents understand what to expect. Like, for instance, if you're relying on emails, I would recommend that you have the organization share with parents, hey, you will receive Picture Day information by email. And if you can't get certain contact information, they might need to step in even more. So this is really the most important thing to figure out. You want to communicate early and often. So between 2 to 4 weeks before Picture Day. So asking these questions would hopefully start before that, so that you can get prepared and figure out exactly what you want to do. I'm going to talk about all the different ways that you can communicate and how PhotoDay can help you with that. But you can use more than one of these options. I would recommend using as many as you can, as a matter of fact. So, yeah. All right, so flyers and posters. This is an example of a template that we have available in PhotoDay. You can have this out at location on the shoot. So number one, if you're going to see parents at the shoot, it's definitely helpful to have some tangible marketing there so that you can be like, hey, parents, how's it going? Check out this poster, scan the QR code or text the code so you can get opted in. Even if you're not going to see parents at the shoot, I think it's a great option as well. You can have it around the school, in the gym that the, games are going to be played at the park, in the bathroom, or, wherever you can get approval to post these things. So that it never gets missed. And anybody who has not, thought about Picture Day yet, it'll catch their eye. So there's lots of different uses for flyers and posters. I think also, when you see parents, this is an easy way to get opt-ins on site. I know a lot of studios have a customer service person who's going to be at the shoot, and you can have them standing next to maybe a welcome table with an A-frame with this information on it, so that they're actually able to touch base with parents in person and, explain exactly what they need to do. So very super important, especially if you're coming off paper order forms, you might have somebody who used to work at a table, running cards and checking off order forms or whatever. They can get a new job of explaining exactly how PhotoDay works. And on that note, we do have some templates available for you in your PhotoDay account. So this is going to be under the resources section, under the marketing kit. We have social media graphics, we have poster and flyer templates, we have banners, reminder card templates. I definitely recommend checking these out. Even if you're not going to actually use this exact template, you can use this for inspiration. We kind of take the guesswork out of explaining instructions to parents. We have all this ready for you to make it really easy to make these kind of marketing pieces. Okay. All right. So emails. If you're able to get email addresses for parents, this is a great way to send out information, especially when you won't be at the actual shoot. Like I said, I think it starts with the organization letting parents know that they will get information by email. Emails can be kind of busy, email inboxes. I know mine is. And also, if the organization has to send the emails on your behalf, you can even use PhotoDay's email features to grab a template that you can provide to them to send. So no matter what you're doing, or, once you ask those questions and you figure out how you're going to be communicating, you can also use these tools to provide things to the organization so that they're well prepared. You can get together kind of a kit for them, share this by email. Here's our flyers, our posters, here's social media templates, which I'll get into in a minute. So with private galleries, you use PhotoDay's email feature to send out individual access codes. We have automatic emails with private galleries, and we also have a flyer option that you can send by email. But also with group and public galleries, we have email options. So you can use the flyers in group and public galleries as well for email. I think what's really important to know is that the sooner you send out this communication and the sooner you send out emails that include information about opting in, you're going to start getting opt-ins early. If people opt in before publish, they're going to be getting that full reminder series that PhotoDay has designed. I think starting later or maybe sending out emails right when you publish for the first time, that can make for more of a slow leak of sales than if you are getting in early, getting people prepared. People don't have to ask questions. You are already providing the information for them and getting them excited about Picture Day. So, okay. Social media. So this one is definitely useful, especially in this day and age when parents are like, everybody is scrolling on social media. Everybody is looking at their phones, and a lot of leagues have an active social media that you might be able to have them post something on. I know I've been a part of a baseball organization, and, I definitely checked my email, but I actually checked the social media way more. They would post about rainouts and all that. So that is an important question to ask. If you have engagement on your actual social media, you can post on your page as well. I think it's great to, if the organization is okay with it, of course, if there's not privacy concerns, this is a great way to build your social media. Like if over time customers notice that you're like posting Picture Days coming soon, or you're posting, information about your photo days, then they're going to follow you. And I think that presents a lot of benefits. That way you can post other images, like some of your greatest images that parents are okay with you posting to your socials, and you can kind of build your social media presence in general. So yeah, we have the graphics in the marketing kit of your PhotoDay account. Definitely check those out. And also, if there's more of a private group that the organization has, like where, you have to get approved, you can ask about joining as well. I think just asking those questions and being prepared beforehand and asking even what the organization doesn't know you need to know, that can help the organization not have to do anything. Like they don't even have to post. You can post, you can put yourself out there and kind of like, build your social media presence in general that way. Okay. So as far as connection goes, like I said, you should use as many of those options as you can. And now we're moving on to ways to create engagement. So inside PhotoDay, we've created a bunch of different options to help get customers engaged. We've taken a lot of time and made a lot of tweaks to make these things perfect. So I'm going to go over all of the options that we have here. And just in general, like on any platform, this is just kind of guidelines. So starting with text marketing, with paper order forms or maybe with another system, parents are having to do a bunch at the shoot, filling out everything. It all happens right there and paying. But with text marketing and then online ordering, you're bringing the picture day to parents. So all they have to do is simply opt in, scan the code if they're there, or, just get into their email, find the code and opt in. And then from there, they're going to get a text when pictures are ready and they can purchase, at their leisure in their own home and, just browse. So if they're opted in, they're not going to miss any information from Picture Day. They're not going to miss any special offers. They're going to get a text exactly when pictures are ready, so they don't have to wait at all. I know everybody gets like super excited when they're at Picture Day. And they want to see those photos that they watched you take, maybe from behind a fence if parents aren't allowed. But, they're really excited. And I think it's important to explain to them that they need to opt in so they can get all the important alerts. Just getting them opted in early in general, as I think I reiterate that a couple of times, but this is what I stress to studios I talk to every day, get them engaged early, get them opted in so that they can place their orders as soon as pictures are ready and they'll get those communications. when you're using text marketing in general, you want to kind of set up a continuous communication. Obviously, people are going to get the text, they're going to go in, they're going to look at the pictures. And if you have enough awesome options, then they're going to, it's going to take them some time to kind of piece everything together. In the case that they kind of abandon, you want to send out just a few intentional reminders that remind them to hop back in and finish up their order. PhotoDay has done a great job at creating an automatic text series that goes out just a couple of times. So it kind of it creates a sales cycle over the few weeks after the gallery is published. Something that's super cool about PhotoDay's text marketing is that we have a direct to gallery link. So we actually add deep links into our SMS. So, when customers are going in and they're clicking on the link in the text, they are immediately going into their gallery. They don't have to enter an access code. All they have to do is simply log in so that they have their customer account created, and then they are going to click right in and see their photos immediately. And then lastly, getting feedback. So with PhotoDay, we have something called NPS. We have NPS text messages that send out a couple of weeks after a customer has placed an order only. So this is a great way to kind of get some feedback that you might not have gotten otherwise without this sort of platform. It is secure, so only you're seeing it. But, not only are you going to get feedback about, your pictures or an order that, didn't come or an order that they loved, you're going to get feedback about the entire experience. So Kim says, some parents have commented that the amount of communication is harassment. Well, I would just be clear with the organization about exactly what you're going to send out. And I am going to go over best practices on the next slide. So I think these all make a world of difference, but they are able to opt out, and it's up to them if they get the text or not. But I think we've really done a good job at fine tuning just enough to remind them over a long amount of time. And yes, if they purchase, then they go away. So that would be a good way to stop them. Okay. Yeah. So all that being said, using text marketing in general, there are some best practices that you need to follow to kind of keep things a really nice experience, like Kim said. So number one, I would definitely make sure to be intentional and concise. Figure out exactly what texts are being sent out from this, if your system has automatic text like PhotoDay, and just overall, keeping it short and sweet is going to keep the value in your communications. Don't devalue your communications by sending too much. We have the automatic reminders, so you'll want to kind of get a gauge on exactly what is being sent. And then make a clear plan for anything else that you plan to add in to your communication. So just make sure, there's a reason for sending it and it's not just spamming. And then, on that note too, I have some awesome brands that text me, and I want the text marketing for those brands so that I can figure out, when I should purchase. However, there are some that send so many that I don't even read them anymore. So you don't want that to happen. You want these alerts to mean something, and you want people to be waiting for them in a positive way. Making sure customers know why they're opting in. You definitely need to provide a why, in your communications, and on the day of the shoot, if you get to see parents, they need to opt in order to see the pictures. And I've heard a lot of studios say they use this wording like, if you don't opt in, you're not going to see your photos, and everybody wants to see them. So, make sure they understand why they are opting in, instead of just being like, just do this. Be like, you'll want to make sure you do this before you leave. Don't just take a picture of the poster, actually opt in, actually take the time to do the action right then and there so that you can get the text. Very important to give them a way to opt out. You need to be giving a way for them to opt out if you're using text marketing. With PhotoDay's system in general, we have a text stop to opt out option on every text that we send out. So, it's very clear that they can stop it if they want. And then another important thing is only text during business hours. With PhotoDay, we've kind of we've rounded it out so that it's not sending late. If you publish in the middle of the night, it's not sending a text out in the middle of the night. That used to happen back in the early days. But also, I think it's important, like, be available when you're publishing a job. Be there and be ready to answer any questions. As soon as a text goes out, you might have 2 or 3 parents that have questions about their pictures or that have questions about the ordering process, especially if this is the first time using PhotoDay with an organization. Yeah, you don't want to leave them stranded. If you publish a job and then you like go out for shoots all weekend or whatever, you just want to be mindful of that because, they might rage quit. You want to be available. And then lastly, keeping it short and sweet. And I think this is another huge piece of advice just across the board with anything that I'm talking about. But, you just want to make a clear plan for what you're doing. You want to give an appropriate call to action in every message. You don't just want to be, spraying text messages out. That can take away from the value of your communication. And in general, just make sure you understand the laws of text marketing. If you're using something where you can just blast text messages out, luckily with PhotoDay, they have to opt in and agree to receive these text messages in order to get them. So, okie dokie. So moving on to Advance Pay. So for those of you who haven't used Advance Pay yet or haven't heard a lot about it, Advance Pay is PhotoDay's solution to prepay. So basically, with Advance Pay, customers are purchasing a credit amount in advance that they later use towards their photos. So this can really be helpful too if you're transitioning from paper order forms to online and you're used to kind of collecting money from everybody and getting some of that cash flow in advance. You can use Advance Pay to kind of substitute that. Now, the way it works with PhotoDay is, you put out an Advance Pay and you can attach an Advance Pay offer to the purchase. So if they choose to purchase in advance, then they get an offer for doing so. So for instance, purchase an Advance Pay credit before picture day and you'll get 10% off plus free shipping. I think it's super important to note, like, make the Advance Pay offer that you're giving your best offer. If you plan to give another offer like a flash sale or early bird special, like for gallery publishing, you want to make sure that Advance Pay is your utmost best offer. Don't take away from your selling point of Advance Pay by creating other bigger or same value offers later. I think customers will remember that in the following seasons. Like, if they don't choose to purchase Advance Pay the first time, then the next season, they're going to be like, okay, yeah, I remember this was an option. I didn't take advantage of it. And then I had to pay shipping. So they're going to do it the following time. And over time, you can really help customers understand the importance. Let's see. Okay. So this is a pretty cool thing. I'm super excited I get to talk about this. So this is PhotoDay's newest release, organization pages. So with organization pages, you can create a landing page for an organization where they can go and find all of the galleries, all the photos that you've taken. So this could be a link where you have all the galleries from seasons past. Like if you do a baseball league and you do fall, spring, all-star and summer, you can have all the galleries live in one place here. Basically, you'll want to, when you're building your PhotoDay job and you connect that organization in the settings, you'll want to make sure you're connecting the same organization correctly for each job that actually falls under it. And then you can create a landing link that you can share with the organization and parents. This could also be helpful if you're, photographing all of a school's sports and you create separate galleries for each of them. You can have a page where they all live. So you can provide this link to the organization so that they can give it to parents if parents ask. And really the cool thing about this too is that it will stay the same link forever for an organization. So if you keep using that organization on each of your job settings and you add the job to the organization page over time, you can use that same link. If a parent, has a link from fall and then they, for some reason, weren't at the shoot or didn't get communication, they can visit that page. and find the gallery they're looking for. And you can also post these links on your website if you're able to, have a page where you have all the organizations that you photograph linked to their organization page, and the school can also post it on their website as well. So super, super cool. And, with whatever system that you're using, you want to make sure that it is easy to use and that it is frictionless. And I think this is a huge selling point, just mentioning to parents that like, they're not going to have to jump through hoops and like, use a crazy website to find their photos and, just navigate the gallery in general. So make sure that whatever system you're using is frictionless. So with group and public galleries, we have face find. So, all they have to do is upload a picture of whoever they're looking for, their athlete or their student, and it's going to return results. Super, super easy. And then also on that same note, organization pages, they're actually going to be able to use something called gallery lookup to find their private gallery access codes. So this is a part of our new release. And on the organization page, you can have a search option. You would use the data from the job to set up search option where the parents can enter their first name and last name, and then some other qualifying data that you have in the job, and they can pull up their access code. So there's like no wall that they can hit. It's probably the coolest thing ever. So that's for private galleries. Super easy. Okay, my favorite topic is pricing. So creating packages that sell. I think you need to set up packages that, number one, have things that the customer is going to want, and also that show the customers what they want to buy. I think, as a photographer, obviously parents go in and they kind of know what they want, but I think a big part of it is that they are looking to you to know what they want. They don't know exactly what sizes are best for images and, what products you have. So yeah. With PhotoDay, you can use package names and actually make them descriptive. When you're using paper order forms, you might be used to making package A, package B, package C, but you don't have to do that anymore because people don't have to write like little letters in a tiny box. You can use the package names to help the customers understand like who the package is best for. And I think that's just like something that's taught over marketing in general is as a company, you can use descriptions of products and names of products to explain to the customer what it can do for them or why it might be best for them. So like some examples would be a sharing with family package or siblings package or all-star package. Just use the names to describe the packages. You should also make sure that the packages they have a lot of value. You can use them to promote a higher order and reward the customers that choose to buy a package over single items or a bigger package over a smaller package. And then also you can design your packages based on how many images you're offering per subject. And it's pretty cool because I've seen paper order forms before and they kind of like stop off at, maybe $45 or something like that. Like you're not able to sell like a huge package if you're only offering one image. But in an online world where you're selling multiple images, you can make huge packages because people need that. People want that, Now, also digital downloads. So digital downloads are super, super important. I think they're becoming more and more of a popular item every day. We actually kind of have data to prove that over the years here at PhotoDay. And it's becoming more and more of a digital world every day. People want their picture instantly. Like they want to buy it and they want to get it and they want to look at it. They want to share it on socials. They want to set it as their phone background and, do what they will with it. Digitals also have no printing costs. So you're kind of getting higher margins with these. They are a high value item. You're giving the printing rights away to the image so you can price them accordingly. And, they're a really profitable item to sell. And also, PhotoDay does have digital bundles. We have a tiered pricing option and a max price option. And we've really designed our cart to kind of showcase those in the front and center and make it easy for customers to buy multiple images. Like if you're offering multiple images, you know, people will want to buy those bundles and get the best discount. And then focusing on savings over a la carte items. So, you know, you do probably want to offer, you know, single choices for customers, and you can set them at full retail price. But in your packages, you want to make sure that you're giving a discount on, you know, on top of that. Instead of buying a la carte items and piecing together what you want, like you've put together these curated packages that give customers a discount. Let's see. I know we're getting a lot of chat, so let me check. I will say how many packages are optimal for a dance school. You know, I think 4 to maybe 6 packages is a good number in general, like just across the board. But really, you know, you don't want to give them too many options. I think this comes back to the keep it short and sweet. Like you're the photographer, you understand how many images you've taken and, you know, what parents should want to buy. So giving them all those options, you know, to try and cater to every single little combination that you can, I think can kind of be, you can kind of shoot you in the foot a little bit. Like people might get stuck looking at that, something called analysis paralysis. So I think no matter what you do, you want to make sure that you're keeping it short and clear. And then also with digital bundles, you don't have to make a ton of digital packages. You can kind of, you can use digital bundles as sort of a separate thing, and then you can have the print or print and digital bundle packages separately. 3 packages for dance studios. I think that's a great number. I am like such an advocate for keeping it really simple. So yeah. Okay. So custom storefronts. So whatever solution you're using, you want to make sure that the storefront is, you know, just easy to use in general. PhotoDay, we have taken a lot of time to make our checkout, you know, steer customers in the right direction and showcase what you really want them to buy. So first thing I can think of too is digital bundles. We show those in the front and center of the storefront. So, you know, people might come in and they might want digitals, and there it is shown right there. And it gives them, you know, a great discount if you've set it up correctly. And then it also gives you high margins. So it's just shown right front there. We also have featured products. So you can actually click a star on certain products on your price sheet and have them show first on the homepage. So if there's something in particular that you know that parents really love from a certain league, you can have that sitting there. Or if you get, you know, if there's something that you want to promote for any reason, you can put it on the front page. Okay. Now, moving on to urgency and ways to create urgency. I will plug I think it was 2 webinars ago, me and Roger did a ways to create urgency webinar. I'm going to touch on everything that we really touched on in there, but that webinar is great if you need more information on this. There are details for setting up each of these ways to create urgency in PhotoDay. So definitely check that out if you have not. All right. Oh, I have a question. I'm sorry. So how do we add products to the featured products? So if you go into your store tab and then you go into the price sheet that you're wanting to feature products on, there is a star icon. It's going to be for a la carte prices. I mean, a la carte items only. There's a star icon to the right of every item, and you're able to choose up to 5 items, and then it's going to make those automatically show up. Yeah. So there's a little star icon next to each item. And yeah, let's see. Oh yeah. And there's also packages. The first 3 packages that you have on your price sheet are going to display first, and then they'll be able to click to expand and they'll see all the packages. So you can kind of strategically click and drag those as well to organize them and determine which 3 show up on the featured page. So yeah. Okay. So moving on to our first way to create a sense of urgency, and that would be time-based offers. So you can use offers that expire to create a sense of urgency. I think a good example of this would be, giving an offer in the first 48 hours that a gallery is ready, or the first week, or, there's even bulk shipping that you can use that kind of creates the same thing. But you're just going to create a limited time offer at the time you publish to get in those early sales. We actually have in the settings of each job something called gallery promotions. So if you attach, you'll create the offer under the store tab. And then if you go in and you would attach the offer as a gallery promotion before you publish, number one, it's going to show that offer as a banner at checkout. So if they go in to the gallery, they're going to immediately see the offer and the rules for the offer. But it's also going to tie that offer into your communications that are sent out automatically by text. So as long as the gallery offer is valid, like before the expiration date, it will communicate that. So it kind of helps them see in those automatic reminders that there's an offer that expires if they don't place an order. And also, using a gallery promotion it's something that you want to work into your plan. Like I said, and I think I'll say this a number of times, like just making sure that you kind of have a clear plan for when you're going to release offers, so that you're not like clouding things up with multiple crazy offers of different amounts and just throwing them out at random times. All this stuff really should be worked into a marketing plan that you get together before you get started. Let's see, before I move on, I'm going to check the chat. So let's see. Are we bound to one custom promo per job? I believe you can send multiple custom promos per job. You don't want to send too many, but you can send multiple, I believe. Someone correct me in the chat if I'm wrong, but I think we're good there. You can also use the 48-hour flash promo and still do a best. Yes, I'm going to get to that. That's another great option. I think those work really good in tandem as well. And then one other question I think I saw. And I'm going to go over best pricing in a second, so I'll explain that. But when you offer free shipping, does PhotoDay also take their percentage off of the free shipping amount? No, we don't. We actually are only taking our 10% off of the retail price of whatever items you sold. So if you use free shipping, shipping is never included in the calculation of the 10%. So, and sorry guys, I don't want to miss any questions. I'll probably wait to address the rest of the questions at the very end so that I can go through things that you guys might have questions about now. And I just haven't got to them yet, but I am new at this and I'm excited and I want to answer every question. So I will answer them all, I promise. Okay, so moving on to best pricing. So you can have your best pricing available for the first few weeks that a job is available. And then, at a certain time, you'll let them know that they only have a few more days till pricing increases. So you will use custom promos if you want to send out communication by text about this. We have something called the best price series. And you're going to let the customers know that they have the series. I think can be a week and the last day, or you can just do the last day before prices go up. But this is a great thing to work into your marketing plan of, ways that you're going to create incentive to purchase. But what you'll want to do is you're going to want to first get your best pricing set up. So this will be the initial price sheet you're using on the job. And then you'll create a copy of your price sheet and you're going to go in and, either limit the pricing, take out some packages or take out some items, or just price things higher. And you're going to want to switch to that price sheet after the time has passed, like after the custom promo has run its course. So that is best pricing. Okay. Oh yeah. And like I said, if you want to watch me actually set all this up, you can watch the creating urgency webinar, because I actually go through PhotoDay and click. So yeah. Okay, flash sales. So you can use custom promos to send out a flash sale. Basically, you create an offer and then you go into custom promos and set it up to go out. This can be used to, spark some activity in an older gallery. I think this also goes back to making sure you're not giving a bigger offer than you've given with an early bird special or with advance pay when you're doing this. But this is a great way to, give a Black Friday sale or a Mother's Day sale, or, give one last fun, exciting push for orders. But yeah, don't make it a better offer. You don't want to train customers into thinking that they should wait for a holiday or something like that in order to purchase. So yeah, early is the best. Okay. Gallery expiration. This is a great one. Everybody should be using this. As the slide says, it's kind of a double-edged sword. It's cool because with PhotoDay, you can leave your galleries open forever. And even if you expire them, they're not going to go away. You're kind of controlling whether they're open or not, and you can open them as many times as you want. But this is the most effective way, arguably, that I would say to kind of get those last-minute sales in for people who are waiting. Once again, you can kind of add this into your overall plan, maybe plan to expire, if you're doing school, maybe at the end of the school year, or for sports, maybe at the end of the season. You let the automatic reminders run. Those go over 30 days, if I haven't mentioned that already. And then, you want to allow at least 31 days before you expire, or I would say so. I think that's a best practice. But from there, in maybe 45 days, you can be like, all right, cool. Well, we're actually expiring the gallery. PhotoDay's automatic communications will share this in a number of ways. If you set the expiration date in the job on PhotoDay, it's going to send out a text to those who haven't ordered on the day of expiration, letting them know it's the last day. With private galleries, we also have an automatic email series. So I think that runs on 7 days, 3 days, and the day of that gets them by email if they haven't ordered yet. And then we also have a custom promos option to add more text to the series for whatever gallery type you're using. But yeah, and also, you do have the option to reopen the galleries. I think a lot of studios, what I've heard is that they are, if somebody does hit them up and want to get into a gallery that's expired, they will attach that limited pricing to the gallery. Or if you haven't used best pricing, you can attach a more expensive price sheet to the gallery so that, they're not, yes, you'll open it. You absolutely would love for them to order. You don't want them to miss out on pictures, but they will still be getting the best deal if they don't wait till expiration. So, okie dokie. Now, types of incentives. So I'm going to be going over examples of all of these on the next slide. First would be speed-based incentives. So this would be something like, number one, an offer expiration. So, save 10% on orders of $30 or more, and it expires on X day, in 3 days, in 5 days. That's going to have them racing to go place their order. And then also gallery expiration is an example as well. We do have the option for friendly competition offers. So like first 20 customers get $10 off. The way you'll set this up is by using the max redemptions field on an offer. If you wanted the first 20 customers, you just put 20 in there and it can be used 20 times. You can actually track how many times any offer is being used if you're looking in the store tab under your offer settings. So that's pretty cool. And PhotoDay actually, whatever rules you set for the offer, if you're including them in the automatic communications, PhotoDay puts that wording together for you. So it's really awesome. And then early bird motivation. So this would mostly be advance pay, or maybe if you're using a limited time offer right when you publish. But purchase a credit and save $5 and get free shipping. For spend-based incentives. So obviously this would be like, spend $10 and get 100, or spend $100, get $10 off, spend $100, get 20% off, just encouraging them to spend a little bit more. I think this is a great way to, reward people who spend a lot. If you have multiple kids in a league or in a school, you can give those customers a bit of a discount because you know they're spending a lot. And then I think as far as multiple poses go, if you're offering multiple poses, then that's going to make these spend-based incentives that you put out actually obtainable. You know, like I've talked about with paper forms, like you have like a small package because you only have one image. But with multiple poses, it's like they're most likely going to see all the images and want them. And then when they see that offer to spend X amount, they're like, oh, well, yeah, I'll buy all the images I want and just get a discount for it. So I think that's definitely a key to hitting those high orders in general. And that is it. Okay, so I hope that you guys got a lot of good information out of that. I'm going to check the chat now for questions. Give me 1 second. Let's see. Any data on how a flash sale affects sales volume? So, I mean, I think we could definitely look into that. Maybe it'll be in some future blog posts that we release. We do kind of have a way to figure that, but I think we need to do some sort of controlled situation so that we could really pull data. But I have looked at data, and I can attest that it does actually affect sales in that time frame. I think actually too, in the creating urgency webinar that we did, we showed 2 graphs. One was for a studio that did a 48-hour offer, and then one was for somebody who did like bulk shipping and ended it at the 2-week mark. And we actually have graphs that display that the sales like literally peaked up at both of those timeframes. So definitely check that out. Kevin asked if you reopen galleries, are there any new notifications? There will not be. If you expired a job at like 10 days and reopened it at 13 days, then if you're still in that time frame from publish to, and each of those auto reminders are still set to go out. If you republish, I do believe they still go out. But other than that, if you're past all the auto reminders, nothing's going to go out except for if they have like advance pay and the job's expiring. But no one will be re-notified when you reopen the gallery. Can you offer a product for the first 10 days and then only offer digital downloads? You totally can. I've heard of people doing that. You definitely have to, set up your pricing, and you can still use the best pricing series for that, but you would be kind of limiting the product. So that's definitely an option. All right, let me check Q&A, and then I have one more cool thing to tell everybody. So first and foremost, if you haven't signed up for PhotoDay yet, definitely do so. You don't have to pay anything until you start selling. So you can create an account, mess around, set up a sample job, test it with a couple of parents. You can see, if it's a good fit for you, and you can really test out all the awesome stuff that we offer. Here are the costs of PhotoDay and what it includes, all listed here. I will say what some of you might not know, we have a support chat, and we have a team of customer success managers. So if you're just getting started out with PhotoDay, or you have some jobs that you've used PhotoDay with, and you want to go over how it went, ways you can get better, what went really well, we are like really there for you every step of the way. So don't forget to take advantage. Just shoot our bubble that's in the bottom right corner of your PhotoDay account a message, and that is what we do. That's what we love to do. We are successful if you're successful. So, and then, so last cool announcement, and I think this is something that a lot of our users have been waiting for. We are going to have a webinar with Wayne, who is a part of our product team, on June 11th at 1 p.m. They're going to be giving you the inside scoop and a inside look at the product team and what PhotoDay does, and what our product team does every day. I think it's going to be like probably the coolest webinar ever. Might trump mine, so pretty sad, but I'll let them have it. All right, guys, let's see. Yeah, you definitely Al's question, if you're giving a big offer, then you obviously need to make sure that you are okay with, the margins that it's taking away. And I think setting a minimum order amount, like $100 or whatever, that's going to protect you. So at least you're selling that much if you're going to give an offer like that. So yeah. And Justin posted the link to this webinar and registering for our product team webinar in the chat. So everybody go register for that. And send us any questions that I didn't answer in the bubble, and we'll be happy to help. I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.